Okay, so Be'ezras Hashem, we're going to continue tonight with the Hakdama of the Zohar Kadosh. So we're talking about the two forms of Shabbos, the Igula Virabua de Lago, the secret of the circle with the square inside of it, which is the secret of limitation within the unlimited, or the capacity towards manifestation in Simtsum that is existent within the Or Ein Sof Kavyachol, Lakabel Inun Train, in order to receive these two forms of Kedusha, these two forms of Shabbos. Istrei, Kedushasi de Islanu le'idchara chad ve'yichulu v'chad kadosh. There are two forms of Kiddush. There are two forms of sanctification over the coast of wine on the night of Shabbos that a person needs to make. One is Vayichulu and one is Kadosh. They're two brachos. Vayichulu Hashamayim, the secret of HaKadosh Baruch Hu completing the world, and the secret of HaKadosh Baruch Hu informing the world with an intentionality and a Kedusha of Kadosh and Shabbos. Vayichulu Ispei Tlasin V'chamish Tavin. Vayichulu has 35 letters, 35 words. B'kedusha da'anin mekadshin tlasin v'chamish tavin. As well as in the bracha of Kedusha, we also have 35 words, which equals v'salekula l'shivin shemen d'kud shabrichu, v'knes Yisrael l'satebehu. And this 35 plus 35, these two forms of Kiddush on Leil Shabbos, come to 70, come to the secret of Ayin Yud Nun, the secret of the gematria of 70, of vision, of eyes. Because the entire concept of Kiddush on Leil Shabbos is to be machzer me or einav. We're told that a person who takes a psiagas in this world, someone who takes a large leap, loses a certain amount of their vision. But that vision, says Tosfos, is returned to them by Kiddush on Leil Shabbos, because Kiddush on Leil Shabbos is when we return our eyes to the world. That the Kois Bracha that we discussed in the beginning of the Hakdama, which is the Kois Yeshuos Esa, which is the coast that's Niskala of the Shem Elohim, it's the Gematria of Elohim, it's the Kli, it's a limitation, it's the Chamesha Gvuros of Manspach, the 5 fingers that hold the coast. Well, we said that it's also the source of Kois Yeshuos Esa, Shem Hashem Ekra. But nevertheless, the coast itself is representative of Malchus, which is referred to as Ulamta Shapirta de Leis Ba'enin, the beautiful maiden without any eyes. A metaphor, a beautiful mashal that the Zohar Kadosh and the Sabbath de Mishpatim uses to describe the nature of this worldliness, of Malchus, of Shechina, of our encounter with the Rabbeinu Shloim. And the Tzaddikim of Ishbitz and Radzin, they take this notion of Ulamta Shapirta de Leis Ba'enin, and they say that it represents the unfathomability and the invisibility of any possible significance or order in the external world. When a person looks at the world, what they find is concealment. Ulamta Shapirta de Leis Ba'enin, there's no eyes. It's impossible to look at, there's no eyes to see, v'chule. And the tachlis of Kiddush is to gaze into the coast, into the blackness of that deep red wine, in order to allow the reflection of one's eyes to illuminate the wine, which is giving eyes to Malchus, which is giving eyes, looking into the coast, giving eyes to be able to see reality in a different way. That's the secret of Kiddush on Leil Shabbos. That's the secret of the return of the Ma'or Einayim, of the return of the illumination of our eyes. And so the 35 words and the 35 words come to equal 70, which are the names of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which Malchus, Knesset Yisrael, crowns itself with. We begin to Igula Virabua Yunun Shabsoisai. And because these two gradations of Shabbos, the secret of the masculine expressivity and the secret of the feminine receptivity, the secret of the circle and the secret of the square, the secret of limitation within the unlimited, begin to Igula Virabua Yunun Shabsoisai. These are the pluralized forms of Shabbos, Klilin Tarvayu B'Shamor. They're both going to be contained within the secret of Shamor, because why Dichsiv Tishmoiru, the pluralization of Shamor, and that includes the masculine expression of Shabbos, which is the Ribua B'go Igula, and the feminine quality of Shabbos, which is the Igula B'go Rivua. And Klilin Tavayu B'Shamor Dichsiv Tishmeru V'daha Shabbos Iloya Hachaloi Iskala B'Shamor El B'Zachar. But the ascendant Shabbos, which exceeds both of these, includes and exceeds both of these, is not contained within the word Shamor here, Ela B'Zachar, but rather in the masculine expression of Zachor, of memory, of expression. Daha Malka Iloya B'Zachor is time, because the ascendant king, the Rabbeinu Shloim Kavyachol, is Niskala specifically in the secret of Zachor, in the secret of them remembering the Shabbos. V'Ada Ikri Malka D'Shleima, delay. And for this reason, because it's oriented towards Zachor, because it's oriented towards the act of memory, towards the act of expression and sharing and transmission, v'chule v'chule, all of those masculine tendencies of expressivity for the sake of writing and expressing oneself throughout history, the reverberations of history. Valda ikre malka d'shalma delay. This is why that space of Zer Anpin Kavyachol, of Hashpa, of Kuchabrichu, of the Shabbos Elyon, of the Zohar, the Siyam Shabbos Lakadsho, that's why it's referred to as the Melech of Shalom, of peace, of an alignment, the Shalma delay, Zohar Ihu. And what is the Shalom? What is the Shlemus? What is that peace? What is that completion? That is the secret of Zohar, of memory, of expression, of sharing, of building. And as a result of this, because the secret of the Zohar is the secret of Shalom, Mela, there's not going to be any machlokas above. Begin to train Shlomos Latata, Chad Yaakov, Chad Yosef. Because there's two forms of Shalom that we encounter below. There's the secret of the Shalom of Yaakov and the secret of the Shalom of Yosef. Begin Kach Siv Trei Zimne, and therefore it's written twice, Shalom, Shalom, L'Rachuk, L'Karov. L'Rachuk, Yaakov, L'Karov, Yosef. There's two forms of peace. There's a peace that emerges from afar, which is the secret of Shalom L'Rachuk, which is the secret of Yaakov Avinu, and then there's the secret of the peace that emerges from up close, which is the secret of Yosef, the secret of Tiferes, and the secret of Yesod, the secret of Torah, and the secret of his kashrus and Yechudim, the secret of Torah and Tefillah together. What does it mean? Shalom l'rachok, mirachok Hashem nirali. The secret. What is the shalom that emerges from rachok? It's the secret of mirachok Hashem nirali. Daika Hakadosh Baruch Hu appears to me in the distance that I encounter from Him. That's the secret of it all. That Hakadosh Baruch Hu is niskala to me mitzad harichuk atzma. That's the secret of shalom l'rachok. That's the secret of Yaakov Avinu. The tetatze v'achoysim mirachok. The secret of Basya. Not Basi, I'm sorry, the secret of Miriam, who was watching after Moshe Rabbeinu from afar. That secret of Chachma is the secret of Rechoika Mimeni, Ulekarov. And what does it mean, that close form of Shalom? Keda Amart Chadashim Mikarov Ba'u. Chadashim Mikarov Ba'u. There's a newness that's emergent. Meirachoik Dan Kudi Ilah, the Kaima Behechala. The secret of Rachuk, the secret of Yaakov Avinu, the secret of Tiferes, the secret of that Shalom, which is emergent in the beautiful forms, the kind of Behechala that exists within that space of Malchus Vadoch Siv Tishmairu Uskala B'Shamor. Mikdashai Tira Udanukuda the kind of B'Emsiusa, and the secret of you shall fear my Mikdash is the secret of that innermost point, that central point, that one, the Istidachla Lamina, the terrifying nature of that singularity point in all of existence that shapes all meaning in a person's life. Yasu Mikula, the Anshamisa, this is the place where the punishments of death bringing speech, of death of thought, of death of mind, when a person falls, God forbid, into kfira, it's all totally in this Nikuda, the Kaima Be'emsusa, the Isla Dachlamina. The Evan Hashasiyah, the Chsiv Mechalea Moisyumas, Man de Mechalea. Machalea Mosyumas, what does that mean? Manda Machala, you make it a void, you ignore the fact that there's a center that can hold. Manda Ayalagay de Igula Virubua La Asid the Halu Nikida Shaya Upagim Be Mosyumas. Someone who enters into that Chalal de Igula, that secret empty space within the circle and the square that is saturating the circle, La Esud Hahu Nikuda, ascending to that particular place that rests there Upagim, and they cause destruction of damage. There's the secret of Misav, Dachsiv Tira'u. And this is what it means, one should fear it. Vahi Nakuda, what's this Nakuda? This Nakuda Pnimis, Bamtsiusa, Vakol, is Ani, it's the sense of self. Va'ala Shayahu Desasimila, and upon that sense of self, of that Ani, Va'ala Shayahu Desasimila, Delo Yaskali, and there's a concealed element that rests upon that secret of Ani, Vainu Hashem, which is the secret of Hashem, V'kulachad, and all of them are one. Nachtu Rabbi Elazar V'Be'ava V'Nashkehu. Rabbi Elazar V'Abba, who were being followed by this donkey driver, suddenly is sharing Torah with them, they give him a kiss. Amru makol chachmasada is tchoisyadcha va'at tayin abasrayu. What is it, all of this wisdom that you have underneath your hand and you're following afterwards? Amru le man ant. They said to him, who are you? Amru le loitishal man ana. Ella anna v'asun nizal v'nis asik ba'iraisa. Don't ask who I am. Rather, let us come and let's go and let us be oisik and Torah v'chal chad yem and milid chachmas lanhare urcha. And each and every person should say a word of Torah in order to illuminate the path. What has emerged as your lot that you should be carrying donkeys along? Yud Eved Kirba betrein Asvin, Kaf Samech Liskasha Bahade, Kaf Beloy Boy Listalku Liskasha Basar de Loyachl Mave Riga Chada Elabe. Okay, I don't know what that line means, so we're going to start with it tomorrow. Be'ezras Hashem.